On today's episode, we are going to be talking about my favorite era by far, and it is the John Mayer Trio era, mainly 2005 going into 2006. The original Trio incarnation, not Where the Light Is or the kind of 2008, 2009, or 2017 World Tour shows. We're mainly talking about the original Trio tour here. I apologize for my absence on YouTube lately in the new year. I post status updates and some life updates on my Instagram, which is going to be on your screen. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on there, and generally you get a better idea of my schedule, if life's getting a little hectic and I have to take some time away, stuff like that. So go please give me a follow down below if you want status updates on my channel and just life in general. So let's get on into today's episode. So to start off here, we're going to talk about the pedal board, and the pedal board for the Trio era is incredibly important because this board was actually the foundation for the Continuum recording sessions. It's this board that he was using and then would swap pedals in and out and experiment with during recording, but the foundation was this board. Now the main parts to the pedal board are a real McCoy custom wah pedal. I actually have a video that is eventually going to come out as I finish replicating the rig and building my John Mayer Trio pedal board. I have an in-depth video coming out on that wah pedal, the specifics to the model, kind of how I believe I've cracked which actual real McCoy custom wah pedal he was using, even though they're all more or less voiced the same. So the real McCoy custom wah pedal, the Boss TU2 was his tuner of choice. John doesn't really care, it seems, what tuners he used. He's not super picky on them. The V1 Keeley Katana we get to see on the pedal board as obviously the clean boost. A Keeley modded blues driver from Boss. The blues driver is another incredibly important pedal to this rig. Then you have a vintage TS808, a Way Huge Octopus Mark I, and then you have the T-Rex replica for the long delay, and this is the old version of the replica, not kind of the newer version. This one I believe is still made in Denmark, where the newer ones are made in Taiwan. Now, one other thing that predominantly changed with the board depending on the show is for Wait Till Tomorrow, for that big outro solo, John generally used this, which is an original full tone 69 fuzz. This is actually the most recent pedal that I've gotten in, found an NOS one, which is pretty ridiculous. This thing is literally brand new. This pedal was used for Wait Till Tomorrow. It wasn't always used for that solo, but for the Try album version, and majority of them that you'll find online, he was using this pedal. Moving on to the amp setup for the John Mayer Trio, and this amp setup was absolutely brilliant. The sounds from it just were absolutely incredible. The main rig that you'll most commonly see was two Rock custom reverb signatures and a Fender Vibroverb in the middle of them. That's the most common rig that you're going to see. In this era, we did, however, see 3 different Dumble amps that were used. The first one being the Dumble Overdrive Reverb serial number 59. This one was most famously seen in the Who Did You Think I Was music video. And my God, any clip you see where this amp is in just sounds brilliant. And I think this is probably a holy grail amp for me. We also did see one of John's Dumble ODSs being used. It could have been the very first one that he got around the time of Heavier Things, or a new one. A lot of those ODSs look the same. This era is also the first time we see John using Steel String Singer 002 live, right at the very end of the tour. And that's awesome, just we can go back and be like, yeah, it's the first time he used a Steel String Singer live. I can't finish the amps off without mentioning that there were some Fender Tweed amps, like a Tweed Twin, that were used occasionally as well, supporting. And then of course there was a Fender Victoria Reverberato that was also used. You can sometimes see this placed behind the amps. Lastly here, we gotta talk about the guitars. And we know that the black one was finished in late 2004. And surprisingly enough, this guitar was rarely seen during the Try era. John's main strat that you saw him most oftenly pick up, I think, during this era was definitely the Monterey Stratocaster. That one you see used a ton, again, in the Who Did You Think I Was music video. It's there. Another one that was extremely popular is the Try Stratocaster. And this guitar, not a lot is known about it. Kind of the main leading theory is that this guitar is actually a John Mayer signature Strat. Specs-wise, Yeah, we probably will honestly never know unless we get some inside information, but that's kind of the most common theory as to what the Tri-Stratocaster was. Another really cool guitar that you see is a John Cruz Masterbuilt Sonic Blue Stratocaster. This was part of a limited edition run that he did. My friend Tommy at Tommy Guitars used to own one of these Strats, and it's just gorgeous, and you never see John use a Sonic Blue Strat. And this guitar was predominantly used actually for gravity. And depending on who you talk to, I've chatted with my friend Tommy on this very subject, and we know John likes to play a lot of the guitars live that he actually wrote the songs on. So this kind of leads to a theory Tommy had that he was discussing with me, that maybe gravity was written on this Sonic Blue Stratocaster. Obviously the black one became the gravity guitar, but originally it was played on this Sonic Blue John Cruz Strat. Was it written on it? Maybe parts of it, I don't know, but it's kind of a cool theory that does have some merit to why you might think this was. As far as other guitars that were commonly seen on the tour, we have to talk about the reverse Proto Stratocaster from the 80s. This one is wicked, and it was mainly used for Wait Till Tomorrow and kind of the Hendrix stuff, obviously tuned a half step down. And as well, we see a Gibson ES335 being used for John's main humbucker guitar of choice. And I think the 335 is really iconic, especially for this era. You don't really see John use a ton of those hollow body Gibson guitars. Even like Crossroads in 2010, you see him use that for Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. And it's just awesome. It's a wicked guitar, and I wish he would actually use it a lot more. They're wicked. I really want. And yes, 335. Those are wicked guitars. Now, yes, the black one was used during this era, but you'd be very hard-pressed to find some footage of it actually being used during the trio era. Again, it wasn't a main one, but it was used for some certain performances. And there were other guitars that John used as well, but these are the main ones that you'd see almost any given night during a trio show. These ones would 100% make an appearance, so I'm only going to discuss the main ones. And there you guys go. That's a really quick video just breaking down the John Mayer Trio rig. Coming up on my channel is going to be a video on building a replica of the John Mayer Trio pedalboard, which I actually have all the pedals in my possession for. I just need to find some time to build the board, film that, edit that, upload that, I'll do all that stuff, and then start putting out some content. How to get like the rhythm sounds for Good Love Is On The Way, and Who Did You Think I Was? Talking about reverse proto strats and the Hendrix sounds that John got during that era. All that good stuff is coming on the channel. So there you guys go. As always, I appreciate the love and support, and we shall see you guys on the next one.